There are a variety of options available that are stranger than any typical games. This list will give you a comprehensive look at the bizarre and most weird sports you might wish to attempt. Some are unique, while others are an intriguing fusion of sports and strange activities that wouldn't fit the normal description of sports. At number 10 we have Sipak takraw, probably the least weird sport on the list. Sipak takraw, also known as kick volleyball, is a very common sport in Southeast Asia and is quite similar to volleyball. The only difference is that players can pass the ball around with any part of their bodies other than their arms, and the game is played with a ball made of dried palm leaves. Number 9 we have Shin kicking. Shin kicking is a sport, believe it or not. The south of England is a hotspot for this unusual sport. The game's objective is repeatedly kicking your opponent in the shin to bring them to the ground. Before the game begins, you have to shove a straw down your pants and put on a lab coat for whatever reason before you can start grappling and kicking your opponent. A referee, also in a lab coat, keeps a careful eye on the game to ensure the regulations are followed. At number 8 we have tuk-tuk polo. Traditional polo has been adapted for horses and elephants. Now it can be played from even tuk-tuks. Three-wheeled open vehicles, known as tuk-tuks, are common in Thai cities. The game was created to replace an earlier version of polo played on elephants' backs but was abandoned in 2007 after an elephant went on the rampage. Teams of 2 players ride 2 tuk-tuks in the game, with one player serving as the driver and the other as the player who strikes the ball. The ball, which resembles a cricket ball, is thrown by players using short sticks that resemble mallets. Similar to previous polo variations, the game's purpose is to score as many goals as possible by kicking the ball through the goalposts. At number 7 we have Quidditch. The game was first played as an intramural activity at Middlebury College and was based on the fictional broom-flying sport of Harry Potter. Over 400 colleges currently offer the sport after it quickly took hold in the country's universities. At number 6 we have toe wrestling. The list doesn't get any weirder. Like arm wrestling, toe wrestling involves 2 opponents locking toes and attempting to pin each other's feet. In a best-of-3 competition, the goal is to pin the opponent's foot on the tedium by switching feet throughout each round. It should be no surprise that this sport was created in the 1970s in a Derbyshire pub by 4 drinking mates who wanted to create a competitive activity. At number 5 we have chess boxing. This sport is as it sounds. Chess, the board game, mixed with boxing, the combat sport. Players alternate between rounds of speed chess and boxing. How weird is that? The goal is to strike your opponent hard enough to impair his ability to think while playing chess or confuse them with chess strategies and divert their attention from boxing. Depending on which occurs first, you can win this sport by knockout or checkmate. At number 4 we have wife carrying. Wife carrying originated in Finland. Yes, as you've probably guessed by the title, you must carry your wife over an obstacle course in the fastest possible time. The only rules are that the course is exactly 253.5 meters long, the wife must weigh at least 49 kilograms, and the man will be penalized for dropping her by 15 seconds. The World Championships are held in July, and the winner gets his wife's weight in beer. At number 3 we have zorbing. Zorbing is one of the strangest sports you can play. All you have to do is get inside a huge inflated ball and roll down a hill. So, you are correct if you think zorbing as a sport sound odd, and you are also correct if you think it sounds fun. The rider bounces around and experiences the rush of speed. The odd sport has been practiced since the middle of the 1990s and has subsequently achieved international success. At number 2 we have cheese rolling. Cheese rolling involves racing down a hill behind a wheel of Gloucester cheese. When rolled down Cooper's Hill near Gloucester, England, the 7 to 9 pound double Gloucester round has a 1-second head start and may accelerate up to 70 miles per hour. Although its origins are unknown, cheese rolling used to be a locals-only event held annually at the end of May. To compete for glory during Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and weight, people now travel from all over the world. At number 1 we have extreme ironing. Ironing has evolved into performance art and an adventure cult as people look for bizarre locations and methods to iron their clothes. Extreme ironing is officially defined as the latest danger sport that combines the thrills of an extreme outdoor activity with the satisfaction of a well-pressed shirt, according to the Extreme Ironing Bureau.